Okay, hi everybody. So I want to talk about a movie series. It's a movie series, a TV show, a collection of theatrical shorts, and a collection of short films that has been a show for many years and is still being produced today. Is beloved by millions of people, and is now a Hanna-Barbera property because it is in a show called Jellystone. Some of the characters are, and that show and Jellystone, by the way, is on HBO Max. And that show I want to talk about is first off, Tom and Jerry. Now, Tom and Jerry, you see, we wouldn't have, like, Scooby-Doo. Like, we wouldn't have Scooby-Doo. We wouldn't have Beethoven. We wouldn't have Beethoven. We wouldn't have Looney Tunes. We wouldn't have the classic Looney Tunes. And we wouldn't have Yogi Bear. We wouldn't have a lot of our Disney favorites. We would not have stuff like, let's see, I got something else I want to show you over here. We wouldn't have like South Park or your other favorite, like American Dad, which is produced by the same person who does Family Guy, which is Seth MacFarlane. We wouldn't have stuff like that. We wouldn't have a lot of that stuff without the classic humor of Tom and Jerry. We would not have that without Tom and Jerry. Because Tom and Jerry, this was a staple back then. And yes, the cartoons were a little more risque back then, but Tom and Jerry was a classic back then. And you have to say, for Tom and Jerry, it started off, okay, so we had Tom and Jerry back in 1945. It started in 1945 where they were doing the risque short films at the movie theater. And, you know, if you are like 50 or 60, you know, you probably went and grew up with these, went and saw them in the theater, you know, and even if you're a kid now, you probably still, like, are growing up with it or grew up with it. And, you know, if you were a kid back in, like, 2008, 2014, you know, and, you know, you're still growing up with it now as an adult, showing it to your kids. I mean, it's still around, it's been around, but it started off in 1945, and then it's been around from 1940 to 1968. So we've had the Tom and Jerry show in 1945, the Tom and Jerry show in 1940, the 68, we've had Tom and Jerry special shorts that was done in 2021. We've had Tom and Jerry Halloween special in 1987. We've had the Tom and Jerry comedy show in 1980. We've had the Tom and Jerry show revival, which was done in 2014. We've had Tom and Jerry in New York, which was done in 2021. And we've had Tom and Jerry movie 2021, Chloe Grace Moretz. We've had Droopy Master Detectives with Tom and Jerry, and that was 1993. And we've had the Tom and Jerry movie, which was like 1990, 1994. I mean, it came to direct-to-video in 1994, but I think it was released in 1990. I remember it being around 1994, so that's just like the time period for the original Tom and Jerry, the movie. So it was originally called Tom and Jerry, the movie. That was the original animated movie. Because the newer Tom and Jerry movie with Chloe Grace Moretz, 2021, is like animated and live action. So that's a little different. But then we also got the Tom and Jerry Gene Deitch collection. And this is the more risque Tom and Jerry stuff, it is like a lot of the ones that came out in 1945 and stuff, and basically from that kind of time period, some other ones mixed in, but this is like the ones you're gonna remember, and this is like also another one that we got for Tom and Jerry, but this basically is like the fully remastered DVD. It's the complete collection from the pioneer Gene Deitch, and he's one that did some Tom and Jerry shorts, and it's Tom and Jerry as they chase each other across ancient artifacts, and it's Greet to Meow, get wild and weightless and mouse into space, and sail the silly seas, and Dick Moe with a fresh animated look and renewed vigor in the chase, and courtesy of the maestro Gene Deitch. This is a collection that will be sweet music to any and all animation fans. And here it is, finally in your paws, remastered and available for the first time on DVD. And you got Switchin' Kittens, Down and Outing, or Dawn and Outing, Down and Outing. It's Greet to Meow, to meow me, Greet to Meow. It's Greet to Meow, High Stakes, and then, or High Streaks, and then High Streaks, High Stakes, Mouse into Space, Landing Stripling, Clips Cat, and Dickie Moe, the Tom and Jerry cartoon kit, Tail in the Trap, Tall in the Trap, Tail in the Trap or Tall in the Trap, Sorry Safari, Buddies Thicker Than Water, and Carmen Get It. And as you can see, basically, this is what Tom does to get Jerry to come to the corner of his mouse hole. And basically a lot of these episodes is puts a martini out and cheese and thinks that'll coerce him, and he won't look at it as like, oh, there's a mouse trap. He'll just think it's a little snack. He'll come out and have himself a grand old time, and then Tom's waiting around the corner ready to catch him, and he's already eyeballing it right there, ready to pounce at it. And that is basically just a little bit of the Tom and Jerry collection. And I think that this is a really great show. I really like Tom and Jerry, and I mean, I like Spike and Spike's son. I like Tom, I like Jerry, and I think we wouldn't have a lot of those shows without this. And the special features on here are, and you also have, like, Tweety and Sylvester. They've been on Tom and Jerry before. So, like, that's also a part of the reason we have Looney Tunes. You know, is because they kind of came from the show. Like, this is where the idea for Looney Tunes came. And then, as special features, you have Tom and Jerry and Gone and Much Ado About Tom and Jerry. And this is the whole collection. I'm going to show you some of the inside artwork here. This is just the disc artwork. There is that. And then, also, if you guys want to see, the other thing that was in here, I have, a picture I drew Sizzle and Nuzzle from the puzzle place. I gotta write Sizzle and Nuzzle on there. And, in fact, I probably will do that right now. Write Sizzle and Nuzzle. Right. Sizzle. And then I'll write Nuzzle. All I needed was a pen, and I hadn't done it this weekend yet. So I will write Sizzle and Nuzzle. Sizzle and Nuzzle. And I'm going to put R around the beat. Okay, so I think the theme song, Sizzle and Nuzzle, are around that good beat. Sizzle and Nuzzle are around the beat. So that is Sizzle and Nuzzle. But when I was drawing this, I started off, I was actually trying to draw Dr. Colosso and Max Thunderman from the Thundermans. So, that is, let's see if I can get it straightened out a little bit, you guys, so you can actually see my fantastic drawing. That is Dr. Colosso. So yeah, there's Dr. Colosso, and, I'm not the best drawer, but, I can draw pretty good, just not, like, anything I could be, like, a professional drawer, but, that is, Sizzle and Nuzzle, and, the Thundermans. So, yeah, that's that, and, pretty much all I had to say about this release. And if you want to see, there is barcode, and this is that. And when I actually got this, it had 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 of those on there. So what I did was I put an extra one on here. I put one on the front and an extra one on there from the 5 that were on the back. And put one on my Beethoven, because this one didn't have one of those stickers. And put one on my Scooby-Doo. I put one on my Looney Tunes, an extra one there, and an extra one on this Looney Tunes. Because I just got these Looney Tunes, like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, and then I just got the Scooby-Doo, Beethoven, and Tom&Jerry Friday. And I do have all the other Beethoven movies. I just like Beethoven a lot, so anytime I see Beethoven, I will tend to grab Beethoven because I just like it. If I see it in a pack, which is the first 3 movies, since I did, I just got it because it was only $5, and I really like the Beethoven movies, especially the first 2, and the third one's good. So, and I mean, I like all of them, but really those, and this one especially, so yeah, that's why I grabbed that one. But, that's gonna be it for this, Tom&Jerry unboxing, or, like, collection haul. And now, we're gonna get into Scooby-Doo. So Scooby-Doo, now Scooby-Doo, we have Scooby-Doo 2002, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Scooby-Doo 3, Mystery Begins, prequel number 1, Scooby-Doo 4, Mystery Begins, prequel number 2, and Scooby-Doo 2002, this one right here, Scooby-Doo 3, Mystery Begins, prequel number 1, is a prequel to Scooby-Doo 2002. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Scooby-Doo 3, not Scooby-Doo 3, I misspoke. Let me start from here. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Scooby-Doo 4, not Scooby-Doo 3, Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster. Now, I think I said Scooby-Doo 4, Monsters Unleashed. I meant to say Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster. But yeah, so, scratch everything I've said about Scooby-Doo so far. Scooby-Doo 2002, Scooby-Doo 3, Mystery Begins, prequel number 1, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster, prequel number 2. So now you have, they go in order, Scooby-Doo 2002, Scooby-Doo film number 1, Scooby-Doo film number 2, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Scooby-Doo film number 3, Scooby-Doo Mystery Begins, but it goes before Scooby-Doo 1, but it's the 3rd film. I know that's kind of confusing. And then Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster, is the 4th film, but it goes before Scooby-Doo 2 and after Mystery Begins, and Scooby-Doo 1 and Scooby-Doo 2. So I know that's a little confusing because Scooby-Doo 2, 2002, I just forgot to say 2002. So Scooby-Doo 2002, this is a Scooby-Doo 2002. Scooby-Doo 3, Mystery Begins, is a prequel to Scooby-Doo 2002. And Scooby-Doo 4, Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster. These words just don't want to come out of my mouth. Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster, is a prequel to Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. And Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, and Curse of the Lake Monster. So you have Scooby-Doo 2002 and Scooby-Doo 3, Mystery Begins. Scooby-Doo Mystery Begins comes before Scooby-Doo 2002, and Scooby-Doo 4, Curse of the Lake Monster, comes before Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. So the order, if you want to watch them this way, would be Mystery Begins, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, and then Curse of the Lake Monster would be one way. Another way would be Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, Scooby-Doo, Curse of the Lake Monster, Monsters Unleashed. Another way would be Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, Scooby-Doo 2, Curse of the Lake Monster. Another way would be Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, Curse of the Lake Monster, Scooby-Doo 2. I mean, it's your preference how you want to watch them. I like to watch them Mystery Begins, Scooby-Doo 2002, Curse of the Lake Monster, Scooby-Doo 2, and then I like to watch them in order: Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, Scooby-Doo 3, Scooby-Doo 4. And then when I'm watching Daphne and Velma, I'll just watch them in the same order. I would go Mystery Begins, 2002, this one, Curse of the Lake Monster, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Daphne and Velma, or I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Daphne and Velma. And that would be how I would watch them. Or the only other way I would watch them is Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, Curse of the Lake Monster, Daphne and Velma, and then Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2. Those are my preferences. I don't know what your preference is, but that's my preference, because that keeps the timeline straight for me, and I like my Scooby-Doo films to be intact and not mess up continuity. And with that being said, my favorite is Scooby-Doo, Curse of the Lake Monster, Scooby-Doo 2, and Mystery Begins. My other favorite way I would rank them is Scooby-Doo, Curse of the Lake Monster, Mystery Begins, and Scooby-Doo 2. That is like my favorite. Now, if you want to put them with Daphne and Velma, that would be tricky for me. I would have to say Scooby-Doo, Mystery Begins, Curse of the Lake Monster, Daphne and Velma, and Scooby-Doo 2. And there's a reason for that, because this one has Scrappy-Doo. This one is like when they first meet. Daphne and Velma is when Daphne and Velma first meet. This one, Shaggy and Velma Fall in Love. This one is Where All the Monsters Get Unleashed. And that's kind of why I would put them in that order when you throw Daphne and Velma in the mix. And then, I'd put the Velma show right after Daphne and Velma. So it would be this one, Daphne and Velma HBO Max, this one, and yeah, that's how I would put them. So, yes, that is Scooby-Doo. If you want to see the, inside, you got Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and a big part of Scooby-Doo for me is Scooby-Doo would not be anything without Scrappy-Doo. Like, Scrappy-Doo, okay. Scrappy-Dappy-Doo, Scrappy-Doo, Scrappy-Doo, Scrappy-Doo. It would not be anything without Scrappy-Doo. Like, okay. Yeah. Take, Yogi Bear, for instance. I was just talking about Yogi Bear earlier in this video. Yogi Bear and Scrappy-Doo are a lot alike. Because Yogi Bear, he's fun, he's silly, he's wacky. Same with Scrappy-Doo. But Scrappy-Doo has heart. Scrappy-Doo has heart, y'all. And everybody who has hated on Scrappy-Doo, you know, you give Scrappy-Doo too much hate because, if you hate on Scrappy-Doo, I mean, it's like you talk too much shit about Scrappy-Doo, and, I mean, you know, you give him way too much hate, and, you know, you can't say that he doesn't help the franchise. I mean, he does help. Like, he does help in ways that make this show good. And you're just, like, hating on a character that, you know, you could not hate on that much. And basically, you know, I mean, why is Scrappy-Doo that bad? Like, I mean, yes, okay, some episodes, you know, you may find him annoying, but he's not that annoying. I don't think he's annoying, but the Scrappy-Doo show, you see the good side of Scrappy. Yes, maybe in Scooby-Doo 2002, he has a villain, and, you know, I'm okay with that as a Scrappy-Doo fan. That's what we got for that. But, you know, and I like Scrappy Rex, and I like him as a villain. But, you know, he's also still a good character and a good guy in the show. So, you know, keep Scooby-Doo 2002 separate from Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo because they are two separate entities. This and this are two separate properties. And does not reflect on Scrappy-Doo's character. Just like the Yogi Bear show and Yogi Bear Kids show on Yogi Bear and Friends and the Yogi Bear show does not reflect on the Yogi Bear movie because the Yogi Bear movie was a lot different from all the Yogi Bear shows. So, you just keep that separate. I mean, there's just a lot to think about there. Like, you know, don't reflect on that. You can't. I mean, look, yes, you know, you're gonna say, well, the same thing can be said for Beethoven. But that's not true. Like Beethoven, they've kept continuity up. But we're not going to get to Beethoven just yet. But I will get to Beethoven. But that is what I want to say about Scrappy-Doo. Stop hating on Scrappy-Doo. Because, you can have your opinions about Scrappy-Doo, but don't blow it out of proportion. He is not a character that you have to shit on time and time again. Enough said about Scrappy-Doo. That's just my opinion. And my opinion is my opinion. Y'all's opinion is y'all's opinion. But that's what I'm going to say. And anybody who doesn't like it, screw off. Because I have my opinion. And, now we're going to talk about Beethoven. Beethoven, okay. Love the Beethoven movies. Beethoven is like what got me into dog movies in the first place. Probably one of the very first dog movies I ever watched. I love this franchise. Love this franchise. So much. So near and dear to my heart. And I have to say that with the Beethoven movies, I have a special place for it in my heart because the movies, in fact, if I can find my collection of the 8-film box set, I will show it to you. Talk about it. Okay, I found it. So now like I said, I have a special place in my heart for the Beethoven movies because I had some dogs that I was really close to, and they remind me a lot of Beethoven. And I mean, I just have to say, because they remind me of Beethoven so much, I have a picture of Blacker from Paw Patrol in there, and I have this card that is addressed to my very first dog and my sister's dog, who was the other dog who kind of became like my dog, and my dog I have now. This was from his birthday this past year, and I kind of just wrote him a letter on a card, and got this card because he was very sweet, but kind of a diva, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he just, he deserved to be when he wanted to. He was like making that like in a bad way, but like, he didn't take crap from anybody, and that's what I liked about him. But he was sweet. But, I kind of went a little more like my sister's dog, that he was really, really like crazy, but he was kind of like a mix of Beethoven and Cujo, but that's what I liked about him. I mean, he kind of also had some Cat in the Hat in him, and Jake the dog from Adventure Time, my sister's dog, but that's why Beethoven is so special to me. And my favorite films out of the whole collection would have to be 1, 2, 4, 5, Big Break, this one, and this one. And I also, like I said, really like 3. But, I mean, I just, overall, I love the whole franchise. Like, this franchise, I really do like it. It's really, really great. And, then you want to move on for a second to the last thing I was gonna talk about. Looney Tunes. Right here, I have the, before I do that, if you want to see the discs for Beethoven 1 and 2, Beethoven's 3rd, and then let me show you the rest of the whole collection here before we move on. Beethoven 1 and 2. That one always just like, it sits in there perfectly, and it's not scratched, but it just kind of, you have to be careful of how you lay it in there. But let's see. Then you got Beethoven's 3rd and 4th, 5th and Big Break, and Christmas Adventure and Treasure Tale. So, yep. That is the whole thing for my Beethoven collection. Great set of films. Can't say more good things about it. I mean, I could go on and on, but I'm just gonna make this video longer because it's already up to 40 minutes. But yeah. Now I'm gonna talk about Looney Tunes. So Looney Tunes. This probably is why I love the humor I like so much. Like, why I like Seth MacFarlane stuff so much, like American Dad and Family Guy, and I like, South Park, and why, I really, liked, stuff like iCarly, and, you know, there's another movie, that I'm gonna mention. If y'all remember this movie, I don't even know if y'all remember this movie. Y'all may remember this movie. I have no idea. It's a movie. But, yeah, if y'all remember this movie, Big Fat Liar. Big Fat Liar went to LA to expose his evil ways. Big Fat Liar. Yeah, Big Fat Liar. He's a little blue man. I'm blue, ba be da ba ba. I'm blue, ba be da ba ba. Ba be ba ba be da ba. I'm blue, ba be da ba ba. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. Ba bum ba bum 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 bum. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Yeah, I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, Big Fat Liar. That was some of the music that was featured in Big Fat Liar. That's kind of like had a remix of Blue by now. And yeah, so yeah, if you remember this movie, probably why I like this so much. You know, I don't know, there's just something about it. I don't even know what to say. It's like Looney Tunes, but yeah. So yeah, this, if y'all don't even know this was made, it's called Bigger, Fatter, Liar, and it deals with Wolf's brother, Wolf, from the first film. So, yeah, in this one, he turns white. So, and it's a game script in this one, but, yep, this is the follow-up. It's good. I mean, I checked it out because, you know, I just had to, like, see where it went from all the stuff that happened with Big Fat Liar. So, you know, I mean, I checked it out. But yeah, that's probably why I like all that so much, especially like South Park and Seth MacFarlane and stuff like American Dad and Family Guy, is because of Looney Tunes. And like this, man, I'm finally glad to have the Platinum Collection. This is Platinum Collection Volume 1 and Family Multi-Feature Center Stage. It has the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, Looney Tunes Rabbits Run movie, and Looney Tunes Center Stage Collection 1, Volume 1. And, I will just read you the description. Here we go. Again, that irrepressible Bugs Bunny takes top billing. We had no choice. It's in his contract. This rollicking, rambunctious, feature-length romp through some of the craziest, zaniest cartoon classics. Things start out plenty loony and get loonier as Yosemite Sam strikes a devilish bargain to send Bugs straight to you-know-where. And the looniness continues on Daffy and Tweety as Daffy and Tweety tangle with a pair of harebrained, bird-napping gangsters. In the even loonier finale, Bugs turns Hollywood's glitziest awards ceremony into a cartoon star-studded diest hair zone. A fabulous 24-karat tour de force from animation legend Friz Freleng. And then when Cable Bugs Bunny picks up the beautiful but bumbling perfume salesgirl Lola Bunny, he has no idea that he's about to go on the longest ride of his life. Bugs, Lola, in an attempt to create the next big scent, has independently created an invisibility spray, and now the whole world is on their tails. And then from the Looney Tunes Golden Collection come 14 Warner Bros. Animated shorts, restored and remastered to their original avail, dropping original laughter inducing glory. It's a collection of the golden age of Warner Bros. Animation. The whole family will crack up at a carrot crunching icon Bugs Bunny, rabbit facing rascal Elmer Fudd, internal straight not mean man Porky Pig, and the rest of the Looney Tunes gang. This comedic collection will make your eyes pop and jaws drop, just like being inside your own Warner Bros. Cartoon. And go platinum with the remastered collection of Looney Tunes. You saw them at the movies, you saw them on TV, you saw them instead of studying your finals. Now you can watch the world-class looniness as never before in this 2-disc collection. 50 theatrical shorts, dazzling remastered and presented in a stunning audio and visual experience. The fun begins on disc 1, where you'll find Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig, plus Roadrunner, Will E. Coyote, Pepe Le Pew, Foghorn Leghorn, Speedy Gonzales, and a dizzily delightful showcase of cartoon icons at their animated best. Disc 2 explodes with one-shot classics and complete collections from Martian, The Martian, The Tasmanian Devil, Witch Hazel, Mark Anthony, Ralph Phillips, and these outstanding shorts from the Warner Brothers vault stand out even more in their newly remastered brilliance. Now more than ever, they're must-see. So now you got Bugs, Daffy, Martian the Martian. You got, Bugs, Daffy, Tasmanian Devil, Martian the Martian, the dog, and the cat. And you got Willie E. Coyote, Pepe Le Pew, Foghorn Leghorn, Speedy Gonzales. They're all in these collections right here. So, I'll show you the discs. Those are the features you get on there. And then let me show you the other one. Looney Tunes Go Platinum. And this one, again, was Looney Tunes, Looney, Bugs Bunny movie, Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run, and Looney Tunes Center Stage, Volume 1. And you can see that. And that is everything I'm going to show you. And I'm going to end this note and say, pop a cold one, grab a Monster, or whatever you prefer. Sometimes I prefer Mike's Harder too, grab what you want and go binge watch some Looney Tunes, some Beethoven. Gotta remember Beethoven. And go check out Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show. And then also check out Tom&Jerry. And real quick, mini unboxing of Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show. Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, the complete season 1, 16 episodes, over 4 hours of content, over 4 hours of fun. Cartoon fun. Ta-da-da-da-da-da! Ta-da! Puppy power! Join Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and the Mystery Inc. gang for more jitter-inducing mysteries. Along for the ride is Scooby-Doo's nephew, son, brother, cousin, the one and only fearless Scrappy-Doo. Will the pint-sized pup help the gang overcome all manners of supernatural creeps and crawlies? Tune in for these 16 hijinks-filled episodes to find out. And catch the bad guy. Collected for the first time on DVD, the complete Season 1 is a treasure trove of classic Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Get some Scooby snacks and dig in for some puppy-powered fun. Ta-da-da-da-da-da! Ta-da! Puppy power! The Sarab lives. The night of the Ghoul Wonder World. Strange encounters of a Scooby kind. The neon phantom of a roller disco. Shiver and shake, that demon's a snake. The scary sky skeleton, the demon of the dugout. The hairy scare of the devil bear. 20,000 screams under the sea. I lift my neck in San Francisco. When you wish upon a star creature. The Ghoul, the Bat, and the Ugly. Rocky Mountain. Yee. The Sorcerer's a menace. Lock the door, it's a minotaur. The Ransom of Scooby Chief. And here is the front. And here is the back. Because I did not talk about Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. So, you want to know Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo? There it is. That's my Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo DVD.